Hi there, Arduino people, and happy Arduino Day. It's March the 21st, 2020, and we're coming to you live from the UJ Technolab here in Johannesburg. I'm Carl Spies.
And I'm Juliet Masala.
We wanted to spend a little bit of time with you today just to talk a little bit about Arduino. Juliet's going to show you one of the cool little projects she's been working on, and then I'll spend a minute or two talking about the examination, which is possible for the Arduino cert. Then we'll give you a little offer where we can help you get certified, and that'll be that.
Yeah.
Cool. So folks, what is Arduino? Well, Arduino is a cool little open source hardware platform which consists of a little microcontroller on a board and then a whole lot of accessories that you can connect to the Arduino system to do pretty much anything that you want. A good Internet of Things project or robotics project. So this is a simple little controller, and the brain is inside here. It's a microcontroller as opposed to a microprocessor which most PCs use. So we start off with a set of sensors that we use to connect to this device so we can actually get some data from the outside world. Jules is showing us an example of an ultrasonic sensor which can sense distance, so if something's coming close to it, or a gas sensor if you've got some noxious gases in your environment and you need to test those as well. And then maybe a little movement sensor, a little infrared movement sensor which can detect movements in your environment. So once you pull that data into your system and you've got your little microcontroller, to think about that, we can then make something happen in the real world. And to do this, we use things called actuators. An example of an actuator might be a little motor that you might want to switch on to turn something on, to pump water, etc. Or another example might be a little LCD display where you want to show messages, statistics, or data, etc. So those are the basics of Arduino. Quite simple, quite easy to use. You'll notice that the Arduino kit comes with a nice little breadboard. No soldering required. Jules will show you the genius of that in a few minutes. Now, to get going with Arduino, it's quite useful to buy the little Arduino project kit. These kits are about $1,400, but we're going to work on a good deal for you folks. This kit then contains everything that you need to get started with Arduino. Sensors, actuators, the board, as well as a very, very cool little manual which has about 60 projects that you can build in it. This set will help you get ready for your Arduino exam. I'll talk to you a little bit about that at the end of the session. So now I'm going to hand over to you, Jules.
Yeah. Thank you. So today I'm going to be showing you how what I've been working on yesterday. So since the world is battling with the COVID-19 virus, so I've decided to make a touchless hand sanitizer dispenser. So I've used an actuator which is a servo, and a sensor which is an ultrasonic sensor, and a brain which is the Arduino Uno. So I've used a code. Okay, let me show you the. Sorry. So I've used a Arduino language code which is a combination of C and C++ programming languages. As you can see on the screen that it's just a simple code, straightforward and easy to do. So I've used Lego pieces for my housing for the sanitizer, and there was no soldering required because I used a breadboard. So I'm just going to show you a demo on how my project really works. So as your hand gets closer to the sensor, so the sensor sends a signal to the Arduino Uno, and the Arduino Uno sends a signal to the servo motor, and then it's going to dispense the hand sanitizer. So a few ideas on how to extend the project is you can use a camera to capture images, or you can use a LCD screen display to display messages on how regularly you should wash your hands, or the stats on the COVID-19 virus around the world. Cool. Thank you very much.
Great. Awesome.
Cool.
Thanks, Jules. Let's just get this puppy out of the way. So as you can see, quite simple, and Jules put that together in an afternoon. Yesterday afternoon, she put it together, no soldering. Quite cool, quite easy to make. The beauty of this little project then is you can extend this into an IoT project or Internet of Things, where you can connect it to the internet or low energy Bluetooth, of course, and then you can get statistics from your office. Maybe if you're in the office, you might want to look at and see who's sanitizing their hands at home, etc. So it's quite a nice project to extend. Now, I just want to close off by talking about qualifications or certification in Arduino. What's quite nice is there was an Arduino exam that came out last year in May, and it's quite meaty, and it's sort of the first entry-level exam. It's Arduino Fundamentals. It's a 30-question exam. You need to complete those 30 questions in about 75 minutes or under 75 minutes. A great little meaty exam. Some of the questions will cover basic electronics, electronic theory, electronic components. You'll be asked to diagnose circuit diagrams. You'll also be asked to code or to check code to make sure it's right, so lots of conditionals and fun things there. As I said, quite a decent little exam. This exam will then let you know sort of your level of competency. So what we'd like to do at Resolution Circle here is we'd like to invite you to join us online, or when the COVID-19 scare is over or the pandemic is under control, we'd like to invite you to our Technolab to come and prepare for that exam. If you're interested, please respond to info@resolutioncircle.co.za, send us a mail, and we'll be in touch with you to help you online, to coach you through that, to help you with the Arduino exam. The first 2 sessions obviously will be free as we try and get you going. So thanks for your time, folks, and thanks, Jules, for what you've done. We'd like to encourage you to now follow the live stream from Italy, the Arduino main live stream. It starts at 2 o'clock Central European time, which I think for us South Africans is 1 o'clock, which is in about 10 minutes. So thank you so much. We look forward to seeing you either face-to-face or connecting with you online.